What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, junior welterweight, lightweight, title contender, Mexican superstar boxer, King Ryan Garcia, on the heels of his knockout dominant performance over former multi-division world champion, Dominican star boxer, Javier Fortuna. Ryan Garcia, who is now 23 wins, no loss and no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 23 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He dominated Javier Fortuna, okay? And what most thought was going to be a rough, rugged fight, a tough fight for Ryan Garcia, a tough task, including myself, well, he passed that test with flying colors, dropping Javier Fortuna 3 times and ultimately getting a stoppage in the 6th round. With that said, Ryan Garcia, he's been calling out undefeated 3-division world champion, superstar boxer, who simultaneously at one point in time held the WBA super title at 130, WBA regular title at 135 and 140, all at one time simultaneously. Well, with that said, he's been calling out superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis, 27 wins, no loss and no draw, 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. He, too, is coming off of a dazzling performance May 28th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, over fellow stablemate in lightweight title contender Rolando Rolly Romero, in which he brutally knocked out Rolly Romero in the 6th round of that fight. Oddly enough, they both stopped their opponents in the 6th round. With that said, this has been a fight that was in the making for quite some time. But now Rolly Romero, who was knocked out and is a big talker, he did big numbers with Gervonta Tank Davis. Rolly Romero, he did 350 to 400,000 pay-per-view buys with Gervonta Tank Davis. And Gervonta Tank Davis and Rolly Romero, they broke the live gate at the Barclays Center for a boxing event with $5 million. So Rolly Romero, he set the precedence, right? Everybody wants now, even more so than before, a piece of Gervonta Tank Davis because they see what they could garner. Ryan Garcia, he was in position to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, and he didn't take the opportunity. He squandered it away. After he defeated Olympic gold medalist, lightweight British star title contender Luke Campbell, and Gervonta Tank Davis had brutally knocked out 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Leo Santa Cruz, it seemed like they was on a collision course. They began negotiations. But then Ryan Garcia and his team decided that that wasn't the way to go, because Ryan Garcia clearly started talking about a possibility he had to fight 8-division world champion, legendary, iconic Filipino superstar boxer Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, which we know that not to be true because Manny Pacquiao and his team, well, they let it be known to Ryan Garcia and his team, if they continue to push the false narrative, that they were going to take legal actions. And then that stopped immediately. And then you had Olympic gold medalist, legendary 5-division world champion, superstar Hall of Fame 5-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer turned founder and promoter of Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya. He came out, he said Ryan Garcia was just a kid with a dream. He promotes Ryan Garcia, right? He said he was just a kid with a dream and he was trying to talk it into fruition to fight with Manny Pacquiao, right? And so with that said, we know that not to be true, but it halted the negotiations with Gervonta Tank Davis. And then Ryan Garcia, he states that, well, if he didn't fight Gervonta Tank Davis, he was going to fight now undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who's 28 wins, no loss and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He is 23 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. He was going to face off against Devin Haney if he didn't get the Tank Davis fight. Well, he turned his attention to Javier Fortuna, oddly enough, the opponent he just recently fought. And he was supposed to fight Javier Fortuna July of that year, okay, instead of fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, right? And so he didn't even fight Javier Fortuna. He cited that he had mental health issues, that he had to pull out the fight and focus on his health. Well, then we had another opponent replace him, and that was former IBF super featherweight world champion Mexican superstar boxer Joseph Jojo Diaz, who ended up beating Javier Fortuna. And then Joseph Diaz, he was slated to face off against Ryan Garcia in September, October. And then Ryan Garcia pulled out the Joseph Diaz fight with a hand injury, which saw Devin Haney end up fighting Joseph Jojo Diaz and beating Joseph Diaz. And then Ryan Garcia out the ring for a year. So he never revisited the opportunity and negotiation to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, right? They never even showed interest in fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. It was all a ploy. And then he didn't visit the opportunity to fight Devin Haney. That was all a ploy, okay? And then he never fought Joseph Diaz or Javier Fortuna. Then fast forward, he's out the ring for a year. He comes back, he fights Emmanuel Tagle. Now he fights, finally, Javier Fortuna and beats him. And now he's saying that he's going to troll and pursue aggressively Gervonta Tank Davis and force him into signing a contract to make the fight happen in December. Well, Gervonta Tank Davis, Mayweather Promotions, retired legendary, iconic Hall of Fame superstar boxer turned founder of Mayweather Promotions, Floyd Mayweather, and more importantly, CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellaby. Leonard Ellaby already stated that they're willing to make this fight happen. We already had Gervonta Tank Davis say, "I'll see you in December." And we already had Steven Espinosa, Showtime President of Sports, in which that's where Gervonta Tank Davis, the network he showcases talents on, already say they want to make the fight happen in December. The only person that seems fickle about making this fight happen is Oscar De La Hoya. When Oscar De La Hoya is saying that PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman, is blocking the fight. He's standing in the way. He won't let the fight happen, right? And he says that he just needs to sit down with Floyd Mayweather and they can make the fight happen. Well, first and foremost, I would say that you need to sit down with Leonard Ellaby as well, right? Because Leonard Ellaby seems to be doing all the groundwork, right? And I don't see why Al Heyman will block the fight when Steven Espinosa is already on record saying that he wants to make the fight happen before the year is up. And why are you saying you need to troll and aggressively pursue Gervonta Tank Davis when Gervonta Tank Davis is already saying, "I'll see you in December"? He's already making it abundantly clear that this is a fight that he wants to make happen. So he's saying that he has to troll and aggressively pursue Gervonta Tank Davis to force Gervonta Tank Davis to make this fight happen, where Gervonta Tank Davis is already more than willing to make the fight happen. Okay, he's already aggressively pursuing the fight with Ryan Garcia. We already know that that they want to make this fight happen. Okay, so Ryan Garcia was the one that didn't want to make the fight happen. Ryan Garcia was the one that wasn't eagerly pursuing this fight. That was Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was the one that cited that he had health issues and he couldn't fight. Ryan Garcia is the one that stopped the negotiations saying that he had Manny Pacquiao on the table when that wasn't true. Ryan Garcia is the one that was out the ring. Ryan Garcia is the one that's being accused of not committing to the sport of boxing like his big brother, mentor figure, a guy he looked up to in 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer who currently is the undisputed super middleweight world champion in Saul Canelo Alvarez. And well-renowned trainer, 2-time trainer, Eddie Reynoso, that said that he's not committed to the sport. He would tell Eddie Reynoso that he's coming to the gym at 12 and won't show up to 2, then leave at 2:30. So Ryan Garcia is the one who took to social media and said that he's not going to call out fighters and he's going to stop capping because the fans actually want to see the fights come to fruition. So he's admitted that. Gervonta Tank Davis has built his namesake and his star status in the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia has built his star status and namesake outside of the sport of boxing, right? Ryan Garcia right now, if it wasn't for his amateur pedigree, right, and it wasn't for some of the names he beat like Luke Campbell, now Javier Fortuna, some of those names, Ryan Garcia would be viewed nothing short of Jake Paul, YouTube sensation turned professional boxer. So now he's saying that he's going to force Gervonta Tank Davis into the contract as if Gervonta Tank Davis is the one avoiding this fight with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is not somebody that Gervonta Tank Davis would avoid. As a matter of fact, Gervonta Tank Davis we know is a dog and will fight anybody. I just think that Gervonta Tank Davis allows the powers that be to dictate what direction he goes in. He's not going to put up a fuss, kick, claw, and scratch, right? But there's no way that Gervonta Tank Davis is hesitant to fight Ryan Garcia, or he's doing anything not to make the fight happen with Ryan Garcia. We have another situation where Oscar De La Hoya is going to put roadblocks in the way of this fight. I can tell you guys this now. This is what happened with the negotiations between former WBO junior middleweight world champion Mexican superstar boxer Jaime Munguia and undefeated two-division world champion, who's the reigning WBC middleweight world champion, superstar boxer Jamal Lyons Only Charlo, when their fight didn't come to fruition because Showtime and DAZN couldn't come to an agreement. Oscar De La Hoya is going to attempt the same thing. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jaden Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.